how to get your solder to flow. Well, let's start with the basics. You have different types of solder. You have plumbing solder, that's mainly tin and a little bit of silver. This flows at a very low temperature. Even with a lighter you can actually melt this. This I only use on very hard pieces or pieces where I really just want to have a small joint done, but it doesn't need a lot of strength. But in general, I try to stay away from it, or when I'm using actually copper. You have the 6040 with 40% lead. You never want to use this on jewelry, so that's a big no-no. More commonly used is silver solder. This has about 50% silver, 50% copper, and it's a little bit more or less, but I cut it in little pieces. You just basically buy a welding rod and you cut it in little pieces so you can put it down on the piece you're using. You can also mill these flat to have flatter spread. And there's actually silver solder. They come in different hardness, even seven different hardnesses, but main three ones. So you have easy solder, medium solder, and hard solder. This corresponding to the temperature needed: 700, 800, 900 plus. With hard solder, you create the strongest bind. The problem with hard solder is that, well, it requires a lot of heat on your object, and you don't want to put that down. So usually when making a piece, you start with hard solder, then smaller pieces you do with medium solder, and then the very small pieces you use easy solder. Why is that? Because when you are going for the easy solder, you're at least not gonna melt out the previous one used. So that's the basic for materials. Then the next step would be flux. You have all different types of flux: wax flux, silver flux. I'm using borax. This is the best compound to use. You mix it with water and you can douse your whole object into it, and also your pieces of solder. It's very important because what it does not only protect from fire scale, but it also lowers the flowing temperature of your metal. Basically, so if you need 800 or 900 degrees, it probably will melt around 700-800, and it creates this nice flow. Also very important is that you clean your objects. You have to scuff them up with a little paper, use your grit paper or just a file, and to make sure that the objects are clean and without any fats. There's also different types of solder where you use it specifically only for lowering the temperature, but again, use borax. This is the best compound used for silver.